everyone to Friday Facts. Today we're going to have a fairly short episode. We're going to jump into some of the topics we've covered before, and we're going to dig deep into one or two of them. Let's just jump right into it. March 19th, 2021, Friday Facts. Another reminder of the convention and trade show. Make sure you go ahead and register. And a reminder again that housing scammers have been reported to be contacting people about the AIA Florida room block. Remember, you must go into the website to sign in yourself. And on that topic, hotel rooms are selling out quick. Make sure you register for convention. And a few years ago, we also made it possible to Airbnb amongst us, the associate directors. So if that's also an option, please reach out so we can set up a way for us to communicate and share how we may want to do that. Legislative session, another update on that is that SB 1060, which has been sponsored by Senator Jennifer Bradley, clear the Senate Regulated Industries Committees. That bill would limit the liability of structural specialists, including architects, volunteering their services in the wake of a disaster. It moves on to the Senate Rules Committee next. So that's an update on that, which is essentially protects architects when we're helping and volunteering our services right after a hurricane or any other natural disaster here in Florida. Another update on the Design Awards jury. We have what's his name? Here we go. Nader Tehrani, Dean of School of Architecture of the Cooper Union. He's one of the juries that's going to be part of this year's Design and Honor Awards. 2021 call for officer nominations. You can follow the link to nominate somebody for one of the positions that are open. One of those positions is the associate director at large. Of course, Brianna is going to stay another year after I am complete with mine. And on that note, I just do want to say that I'll still be able to be reached out for assistance. I'm glad to be of help, whether I'm in the position or not. Once again, get ready for the AIA family vacation at the convention. Here are the dates once again. Make sure you register for the trade show as well. Component events. I am glad to see that we are populating these events. I like to see these long lists. I'll be trying to reach out to Fort Lauderdale though to see if they can share their events. I'm sure they are doing plenty of exciting things in that component, so it's a matter of them actually forwarding that information to the email down here for George Henning. So I'll be trying to reach out to them to do so. So I'll leave this up here for a little while, so if you see something that you may want to be a part of and or stay on top of, you can go to the email and follow that up. And like I said, today it's a pretty short episode, and I'll be jumping into one of the legislative topics to dig a little bit deeper. We'll see you on the other side on that. Thank you. SB 1060, Limitations of Liability for Voluntary Engineering Services. This bill has been introduced by Senator by Bradley. Don't know if it's the senator. Yep, Senator Jennifer Bradley. Here is the bill. We're gonna read through it relatively quickly, give you an insight into some of the legislative process. This is what it has been submitted, and so it starts by, of course, telling you where it was introduced by. So Senate Bill 1060, by the person who introduced it, and a quick introduction of the bill. But we're going to jump into the weeds here a little bit and kind of just start reading off what it says. Limitations of liability for certain voluntary engineering services. For the purposes of this section, the term structure specialist means a person who has been trained by and holds a current certification from the United States Army Corps of Engineers as structure specialist. And something that I had here is the SAP programs, sort of the safety assessment program evaluator training. We do this, I believe, every year or often enough for you to be able to get certified in this program. And do not hold me to it, but I believe this program does give you that certification needed as needs to be recognized by the bill in order to be protected under said bill. An engineer, so we keep going to part 2, which is an engineer as defined in S, and I believe here S stands for statute. Once again, don't hold me to that. I am not an expert, but it kind of makes sense to me. 471.005. An architect as defined in S 481.203, or a structural specialist and any qualified business organization of such person who voluntarily provides engineering services related to a declared federal, state, or local emergency may not be held liable for any personal injury, wrongful death, property damage, or other economic loss related to his or her acts or omissions in the performance of his or her services. Now this has 2 caveats. One of them, or A, such person acted reasonably and in good faith, and the act did not involve gross negligence or willful misconduct. Okay, so you cannot use this bill and try to actually cause some harm and then use this as a protection to protect you. So you have to, of course, act reasonably and in good faith, and make sure it's not involved gross negligence or willful misconduct. The immunity from liability under this section also applies to any person who is a licensed or registered as an engineer or architect in any other jurisdiction and who is rendering aid in this state as a member of a mobile support unit of another state. To summarize, an architect from Georgia comes over to help us. They are protected under this bill if it becomes law. And 4, the immunity from liability under this section applies only to services provided during or within 90 calendar days after the end of a declared federal, state, or local emergency. So this tasks us involved to follow up and stay in touch with when governments decide that the emergency is over, and then we have 90 days from that point to make sure that we provide those services. If at any point after that you provide a service, then it will not fall under this particular protection. So without further fluff or filler, that is it for us running through this bill. Thank you for joining this Friday Facts once again. I hope that you got something out of it, and we dug a little bit deep into one of the legislative issues, and we can be doing this for more legislative issues as we move along, so that we stay informed about what the AIA does as a legal protection for the profession, and spread the word. Make sure that if you have any particular topics that you want me to talk about, please reach out to me, send me an email, and we will continue to do this. Well, I hope you have a good week. See you soon.